Welcome to the channel. Tensions are rising in one of the world's most strategic waterways, the South China Sea. With aggressive territorial claims, artificial island construction, and increasing military presence, China is making bold moves that are drawing global attention and concern. Neighboring countries and major powers are watching closely, and the stakes couldn't be higher. In this video, we're talking about China's actions in the South China Sea and what they mean for regional stability and global power dynamics. 10. Strategic geography, the heart of global trade and power projection. At number 10, we begin with geography, the unsung reason behind every superpower's interest in the South China Sea. Spanning over 1.3 million square miles, this body of water connects the Pacific Ocean to the Indian Ocean and serves as a vital artery for the global economy. An estimated $3.5 trillion in trade flows through this sea each year, from crude oil and liquefied natural gas to manufactured goods and food supplies. For China, controlling this corridor isn't just about local dominance, it's about ensuring the security of its energy imports, safeguarding its export routes, and having the ability to project influence across Southeast Asia. 9. Resource riches beneath the waves, energy, fish, and food security. Coming in at number 9 is the sea's hidden treasure trove of resources. Under the seabed lie potentially vast reserves of oil and natural gas, the lifeblood of any modern industrial power. Some estimates suggest there could be enough hydrocarbon resources in the region to rival the Middle East in strategic value. But it's not just energy. The South China Sea is home to one of the world's most abundant fishing zones. Millions of people rely on its waters for protein and livelihood. 8. The 9-dash line, redrawing the map of Asia. At number 8, we turn to the 9-dash line, the controversial and expansive boundary that China uses to claim nearly the entire South China Sea. Originally drawn in the 1940s, this line stretches hundreds of miles south from China's coast, looping around Taiwan and down past the coasts of Vietnam, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Brunei. Although vague and disputed, China insists this boundary reflects historical rights. However, in 2016, an international tribunal at The Hague ruled that China's claims have no legal basis under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. Despite the ruling, Beijing has continued to treat the 9-dash line as sacrosanct, escalating tensions with neighbors and setting the stage for confrontations. 7. Island building, engineering sovereignty. At number 7 is one of the most audacious features of China's strategy, the construction of artificial islands. Over the past decade, China has dredged sand and concrete onto submerged reefs and shoals, transforming them into massive military outposts. Features like Fiery Cross Reef, Mischief Reef, and Subi Reef now boast runways, missile shelters, radar installations, and ports. These island bases are not just symbolic. They're an attempt to change the map, creating de facto territory where none existed. By militarizing these artificial islands, China is not just defending its claims. It's actively creating new zones of influence that challenge existing international norms. 6. Military muscle, from Coast Guard to aircraft carriers. Our number 6 spot goes to China's military expansion in the region. From deploying warships and fighter jets to testing long-range missile systems, Beijing has systematically increased its military presence across the South China Sea. The People's Liberation Army Navy, PLN, is now the world's largest navy by number of vessels. China uses a layered approach, not just its military, but also its Coast Guard and maritime militia, to pressure rivals while maintaining plausible deniability. 5. Maritime clashes and rising confrontations. Number 5 highlights the real-world consequences of overlapping claims and rising militarization. There have been dozens of incidents in recent years. Chinese vessels ramming Vietnamese fishing boats, laser attacks on Philippine aircraft, and near collisions with U.S. warships. Tensions at the Second Thomas Shoal, where a Philippine outpost is routinely blockaded, serve as a chilling example. These confrontations are more than maritime scuffles. They're potential flashpoints. With military assets in close proximity and national pride at stake, one miscalculation could spiral into open conflict, pulling in allies, and triggering a wider regional crisis. 4. U.S. and Allied pushback. Freedom of navigation operations. 3. ASEAN dilemma. Unity versus dependency. Coming in at number 3 is the fractured response from the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN. Countries like the Philippines and Vietnam have pushed back against China's claims, while others like Cambodia and Laos, heavily reliant on Chinese investment, stay quiet or even side with Beijing. This divide and conquer strategy works in China's favor. By exploiting economic dependencies, China weakens regional resistance and avoids a unified diplomatic front. It's not just about ships and islands, it's about geopolitics and influence. 2. The long game, shaping a new world order. At number 2, we zoom out. China's actions in the South China Sea are part of a broader ambition to reshape the global order. As the US-led post-World War II system shows cracks, Beijing is positioning itself as a dominant power in Asia with increasing global reach. The South China Sea serves as both a test case and a warning. If China succeeds here, it may feel emboldened to push its claims in places like Taiwan or the East China Sea. What we're witnessing isn't just regional posturing, it's the evolution of a new superpower asserting its place in the world. 1. The future at a crossroads: war, peace, or standoff. And finally, number 1, the million-dollar question: what happens next? Will the South China Sea become a powder keg that ignites a larger conflict? Will diplomacy and economic pragmatism prevail? Or are we heading toward a long-term stalemate where military buildup and political tension become the new normal? The truth is, the region sits on a knife's edge. With global trade, military strategy, national pride, and superpower rivalry all in play, the stakes have never been higher. The South China Sea may look peaceful on the surface, but beneath lies a storm that could reshape the 21st century. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.